Whisper ASM. Hello, and welcome. I hope that you can hear me properly. Maybe. Do I have to edit the gain? No. Not sure. I hope so. I hope it works. Well, anyways, today's video is about body exploration or different parts. We can sort of feel what is going on in our body in different parts and notice them and maybe see if we can change any pains and aches to make them go away. I have this seaside ambient video or loop going on in the background with some, well, seaside sounds. It should be only the water sounds, but we have a seagull family in our yard. They had a baby and the parents are constantly roaming around finding food for the baby. And well, if they make any noises, I guess they fit quite well with this video. Anyways, I hope they won't be too loud. But you're welcome to join me in exploring your body and having a feel of what's going on in different parts. But if you don't want to, that's fine too. I can do it for you, so to speak. You can just take a deep breath. I don't know if you're the kind of person who gets anxious when you're doing different kinds of exercises. For me, I am. If I'm in a guided session, for example, yoga or mindfulness or such, I tend to get anxious because my mind instantly thinks there has to be a correct way to do inhales and exhales, and how long do I have to hold my breath? Do I count the seconds correctly? And yeah, that's my mind. And if you are like me, then welcome. Some peer support here. Today, let's not focus on how long we do anything. Maybe if we do some breaths, we can more notice that when I take a normal breath, I hold it in for about half a second to 1 second. Maybe. Sometimes when you really want to let go of something, I have a tendency to sort of hold it in and kind of like pressure to the lower back, and maybe that's why my lower back hurts quite often. If you hear any cracks or pops in the video, that's just me. My joints are very they're a bit hypermobile, and they tend to crack from time to time. I can crack my knuckles and these, what do you call these joints after the knuckles, the fingers. You can make them crack too. And joint ache is part of my daily life. Maybe because of the hypermobility, but it is what it is. If you have it too, for example, my shoulders tend to fall out, so to speak. I can press my finger pretty much in between the groove of the joint socket where the arm is, the shoulder is located, between the groove and the joint ball, quite easily, and it tends to pop from time to time. It doesn't exactly dislocate, thank God, but it is still prone to aching. You can feel the temperature in the room. Now that I'm moving my body, I can feel that it is very warm in here. I can't use the fan now because I'm filming. It would make way too much noise, but I will push through, so to speak. Feel free to change your position the way that makes you feel comfortable. I can feel that my back the middle part of my back is quite tense, and it probably requires some movement. I often get back pain to the lower part or the upper part of my back. The middle part normally is quite ache-free, but today, now that I'm more focused on sitting upright, I can feel it sort of tensing up. So I will aid myself with hands, sort of holding on to my knees. I'm sitting, my legs crossed. Is there a difference? I have a difference on this side. I can feel on the back, it's a bit more tight, or they're both quite tight, but the other one hurts a bit more. Sorry, my neck cracks too, quite often. I tried to mobilize my shoulders for the past week or so, daily, sort of move them more, so that I can get rid of the tension that's been building up. And I realized that my shoulder blades are quite stuck. They don't move as freely as they should. And I had quite a hard time to, grasp how to move my shoulder blades. It was difficult because I never really paid attention to it. How to move the shoulder blades up and down. But they are part of the shoulders movement, and like the wing of the upper back needs for the shoulder blade to move down towards the armpits, so to speak. And it also rotates the shoulder. And if we want to rotate the arm forward, the shoulder blade needs to rise across the back towards your ear. Maybe ear is a good direction to move it. And if you focus solely on moving the shoulder blade, it creates quite a lot of movement to the shoulder. And it is good to compare. Well, no, it's not really necessary to compare, but I like to do it. I like to compare the sides and do a twisty motion. Going through the arms. I can feel that. shoulders forward in front of my body and let the head fall back, compared to pulling the shoulder blades together, which creates this all around sort of pressure to the upper back. And I think for me right now it's better to keep the shoulders in front, sort of in front, not pull it back. But yeah, I think that I've been more too focused on keeping the arms sort of back. You can hear constantly that you have to keep your back straight. Yeah, but no, you don't have to keep anything. I've done it for years now, and the only thing that I've gotten is pain from it. So it's more the motion. Remember to move, remember to change the position. If you're constantly, for example, on your phone, remember to change your position. For example, lay on your stomach and hold yourself on your elbows and let your back curve the other way around. The opposite movement, so to speak. Look at me, here I am, talking to you like I know anything about human body and how to take care of it. I only know what I've been doing and what has been more comfortable for me. And if it helps for you, great, but no guarantees. You have your body, and you're the one who experiences the sensations that you get. You're the only one who actually experiences the pains and the pleasures in your body. How certain food makes you feel, what it does to your stomach, what it does to your energy. Are you sort of full of life, and or how they affect your emotions? Do you get angry? Well, I mean affect your emotions. For example, when you're hungry or when your blood sugar gets low, do you get angry? I don't. I'm quite unaffected by how I eat. It may be because I've suppressed the feelings that I get in my body for as long as I can remember. And I can say that I don't experience hunger, but I guess it isn't true. My stomach feels empty, and I guess that is hunger for me. And you get cravings that you want something sweet. For example, I love pastries, cakes. I rarely get hankering for sweets. I wanted to eat something delicious over the weekend. I normally buy, a packet of cookies or biscuits and maybe ice cream. Lactose free since my stomach can't handle lactose. But I had this crazy idea that that weekend I wanted to eat a cake, and here in Finland, in the frozen section, we have plenty of cakes, and I bought this. It's known as the princess cake. You can have it in IKEA, for example. The one with the green marzipan sugar thing on top and lots of cream and some fluffy cake and some jam. And it's very simple, so to speak, cake. It's not unique, but I just wanted to eat cake, and like 48 hours later, the cake was gone. I ate the whole cake over the weekend, and that was my munchies, so to speak. But yeah, that, I was talking about the cravings that you get from time to time. It's you and only you who actually experiences them in your body. You can explain them to other people, but the way that you feel it or feel about it, or layered feelings regarding, for example, cravings or other things that we feel like doing. They can bring up shame or anger or self-loathing. If we've learned that we shouldn't want something, we shouldn't crave something because it's bad for us, or someone else says it's not good for us, or maybe we have a goal. That's, for example, we want to lose a couple of pounds, and we shouldn't eat sweets. And those experiences of those complicated just rambling about my personal experiences and thoughts from recent months. For example, if we're excited about something, for me it's often video games. And when I've tried to share my experiences with, or things I'm excited about, with some people, my friends, or I have no one in my life who is as excited about those things or just cares about the same things I do. So that when I'm trying to share them, my thoughts and experiences sort of they slipped out my mouth, and the response is like, good, sure. So it feels sort of demeaning and condescending, and it's just I don't want to share those experiences anymore with them. And that has led me over the years to a situation where I just don't share anything. I don't share my fears, I don't share my joys. Spontaneously, I don't vocalize them. I don't show my reactions. I'm very internalized in that way. And this is a learning curve. I'm trying to learn to bring these thoughts and experiences into my life. And, trust that I won't get judged. But I probably will. But also I will try to trust in myself that I shouldn't care, because I haven't cared enough earlier, so that I haven't shared them experiences. I've kept them all to myself, which is I'm alone with the feelings then. So if others don't get it, how I feel or what I'm excited about, the end result is the same. I'm still alone with those feelings, but at least others have the possibility to understand me and share the experience, and maybe they are, who knows. I can't know what others feel and think about different stuff if I don't share them. I guess that is the social experience of humans. Yeah. This has been very rambly video, and my original thought was to more focus on, experience in the body, feel how different parts feel in your body. But I forgot about them. So this is what you get today. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. I have no idea what I'm gonna do we'll see. It'll come out when I feel like it and when it's ready. Yeah, no pressure for me or for you. Thanks for sitting with me and sharing my thoughts. And hopefully something resonated with you.